Well, folks, the journey is nearly at the end for the 2024 season, rounding out the fifth and final round. Here in Mülsen, it's the senior road tax final. Here's your starting grid. Hannes Zuberfeldt starts on pole position. Alongside him, Nevio Fischer with Leandro Fischer and Dennis Thum, making it a top 2 rows Kraft Motorsport lockout. Aaron Moser and Zino Falke ran out the top 6 out of Tom Muller, Jori Schoens, Luca Thiel, who won this title last year, let's not forget. He starts 9th. Alongside him will be Maximilian Kupper, Leander Schneider, Yannick May-Gabrich, Ben Jamie Berger, Ben Kaminski, Enes Demirkaya, Luis Oliver Günther, Jenny Gimpel, Hugo Müller, Zachary Brenningmeier, Lukas Hanser, Fabian Stedding, Theo Lang, Eric Sparsam, Luigi Gazzo, Niels Duckers, Nick Danchenko, Gregor Feigenspann, Maximilian Eckel, Lendrues, Gabriel Svitala, Jara Faneslow, Maxim Koenig, Tristan Capel, Leon Asman and Dylan Hetler due to start 35th. Previous champions 2020 and 2021, Linus Henson, and also 2022 and recent Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland Sachsenring race 2 winner this morning. Starting from pole at that point, Janne Stiak running with Team 75, the team associated with Porsche racing legend Timo Bernhard, who also at one point had a karting team as well, if I remember correctly. So, gratulation, Janne Stiak, and it was good. He popped into the paddock the other day because where are we in location to the Sachsenring? Half an hour down the road. But 14 minutes plus an additional lap. Here's Sebastian. I sense fireworks might be in the offing, possibly.
Es wird auf jeden Fall sehr, sehr eng zugehen vorne an der Spitze. Hannes Überfeld, man kann ihm den Titel eigentlich nicht mehr nehmen. Er hätte nicht mal an den Start gehen müssen. Er tut es trotzdem, auch um seinem Team so ein bisschen zu helfen. Nevio und Leandro Fischer starten ja aus der 2. und 3. Position, die gesagt haben, dieses Wochenende hätte kaum besser laufen können. Platz 2 und 3, Ranking after Superheat. Besser soll es nur im Finale laufen. Ich bin gespannt, was gleich die nächsten 14 Minuten alles so passieren wird. Wir freuen uns drauf auf diesen Lauf hier in Mülsen.
Right, get yourselves ready, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the grand finale. 14 minutes, 35 senior road tax drivers. Revs rise, into the tram lines we go. Lights are out, we're underway, and it's a drag race down to turn number 1. And Nevio Fischer trying to keep it round the outside of Hannes Zuberfeldt, heading into the opening corner. And it's a scramble, 2 wide from around 4th, 5th place. Or a bump on the exit curb coming out of turn number 1 by Dennis Thum. The left rear bunny hopping into the air. But in the meantime, it is going to be the 3-3-6. Nevio Fischer leads the way as they now go onto the back part of the circuit on this opening lap, and Hannes Zuberfeldt has come to a stop. He's we've got one car on top of another actually there coming out of turn number 2. Drivers have started to get going again. So Hannes Zuberfeldt drops to the back end of the order. So now it's about what is going to happen next. So 4 or 5 karts I think were involved there.
I think Hannes Zuberfeldt is on 5th position.
Yeah, well, it was somebody else. It was my apologies there. Sorry, Hannes, didn't mean to do you dirty like that. Right, okay. Drivers that went down, Ben Jamie Berger, Luigi Gazzo, Fabian Stedding and Gregor Feigenspann. That would have been the Kraft Motorsport kart that I noticed. But in second position at the moment is Dennis Thum, who's got past Leandro Fischer. Zino Falke rounds out the top 4 for Larea GT1 Racing. The number 349. An opportunity for a move happening into... Oh, there was nearly a side-by-side bit of contact a little bit further back outside of the top 20. But everyone at the moment, it's looking a bit sort of like army fashion at the moment. They're all in a line, and that is quite important at this moment. However, one of the medical team from the VIP Medical Services is actually just going across the circuit. Can't see from my position that that will be for the kart on the inside. And
Dylan Hetler or Luigi Gazzo, one of them.
It could be one, yes, it could be one or the other. I don't see Gutzel tracking. Feigenstein might have pulled it into the pits, possibly, because he was slow coming out of turn number 2. However, 11 minutes and 40 seconds still to go. Hannes Überfeld is now in 8th place behind Tom Müller. Maximilian Kupper now up into 6th place behind Jori Schoens, the 364 Belgian by descent. But now we've got a change in the lead. Dennis Thum at the front end of the field ahead of Leandro Fischer. Zino Falco now moves up to 3rd ahead of Jori Schoens. Nevio Fischer drops down into 5th place ahead of Maximilian Kupper, Tom Müller, Hannes Überfeld, Aaron Moser and Yannick Mike-Gabrich rounding out the top 10.
Neuer Führender, jetzt Dennis Thum.
Oh, and someone has just pulled off. That was a
Hannes Überfeld.
Yep. Yeah, I think, yeah, he's pulled that cart off. He's getting out. Well, as you rightly said, that's going to be a low score, but that is a drop score he can count. And that effectively means the title is out of reach for anybody else. And you know what? I think he's probably got a cheeky little grin on that young baby face of his. But you know what? At the end of the day, it is about whoever earns that championship and earns that ticket to Sano, because that makes him, let's look at it this way, no one in the last 4 years has moved up a class on their debut season, or moved up a class from juniors to seniors or seniors to DD2 and taken a second successive national title. Hannes Überfeld has made a piece of RMC Germany history right here today.
Ja, er wird den Titel heimfahren können. Er steigt aus. Ein bisschen enttäuscht blickt er dann doch hinein. Hätte sicherlich beim letzten Rennen des Jahres noch ein bisschen mitkämpfen wollen. So hält er sich aber aus allem raus, was da passiert rund um die Vizemeisterschaft. Es gibt noch eine 3-Sekunden-Zeitstrafe gegen die 311. Das betrifft dann
Hugo Müller.
Hugo Müller.
Naughty, that's 1 or 2 wheels outside of the tram lines. However, Dennis Thum is now starting to motor away from Zino Falke. Gap last time around. Oh, Tom Müller's getting a little bit feisty with Luke Thiel. And Tom loses out. He's got the 3-1-2. Yannick Mike-Gabrich nearly alongside him. And Gabrich always just made a bit of a pig's ear of that triple apex chicane at turn, roundabout sort of turns 5, 6 and 7 before heading into the right-hander at 8 and then coming onto the back part of the circuit. So, yeah, Yannick Mike-Gabrich has just dropped quite a few positions in the meantime. But now, well, Zino Falke is now less than 6/10 behind. New fastest lap of the race. 5th place driver Leandro Fischer in the 339.
Ja, er und sein Bruder Leandro und Nevio Fischer sind hier jetzt an der 3. und 5. Position unterwegs, die diesen ganzen Sport hier aus familiären Gründen betreiben, schön Zeit miteinander zu verbringen, an den Wochenenden immer wieder gemeinsam unterwegs sind, verstehen sich super, auch abseits der Strecke. Und umso schöner ist dann eben dieser Sport anzuschauen. Es gibt noch die schwarz-weiß-diagonale Flagge gegen die 365.
Zachary Brenningmeier down in 22nd.
Also ein Pilot, der nicht unbedingt ganz vorne unterwegs ist. Dennis Thum, Zino Falke auf 1 und 2. Falke, der das ganze Wochenende schon sehr schnell unterwegs gewesen ist, aber nicht so richtig es zusammenbekommen hat. Jetzt dafür umso besser. Im Moment in der 2. Position hinter dem vermeintlichen Vizemeister in der Seniorklasse, hinter Dennis Thum in der 2. Position.
Maximilian Eckel, the 358, has picked up a time penalty for leaving the corridor with 3 to all 4 wheels out of the tram lines. So they are very, very strict with the regulations, and that will always be picked up rather quickly by race control. But Zino Falke, again, closing that gap to Dennis Thum, is now 3.5 tenths Leandro Fischer's now taken the fastest lap. Luca Thiel. Oh, right. Well, Aaron Moser has just dropped like a proverbial stone in the pond right about now. Started 5th, now 20th on the road. But, well, it's going to be interesting who is going to take the last victory of the 2024 season. Well, with the amount of experience that he has, the senior driver in the field, and then that I'd mean in terms of his age, is Dennis Thum. However, Zeno Falker has been catching Dennis Thum lap after lap. He took over 2/10 off him on lap 7, did the same again on lap 6. So now Dennis Thum looks over his right shoulder. Falker gets his head down on the throttle hard into turn number 1 as Leandro looking up the inside of brother Nevio going into turn 1. And then they have also got the very fast Jori Schön. So we've got 3 from Kraft Motorsport and 2 from Larea GT1 Racing, comprising the top 5. 5-second time penalty going the way of 3:11. That's 8 seconds. Total penalties being given to Hugo Muller. So maybe that could be for a possible pushing or causing a collision. We're just waiting for the timing to update, ladies and gentlemen. So we will update you as and when we have that information. But now the quintet at the front of the field. We're covered by 6.5 tenths. Falker a tenth behind. And now Falker's trying to go for it, but Nevio Fischer gets through. Leandro just behind. He dives up the inside, and Nevio Fischer gets through on Dennis Thum. Oh, Leandro cuts the circuit inadvertently coming out of that corner. And Jori Schön's looking for a move on Zeno Falker, heading into the next 3 apex chicane. Oh, and we've had another drama here. One from Kraft Motorsport, one from Voigt Motorsport.
Demekaya.
Could be Theo Lang and Demekaya, maybe. We'll wait to see for the timing to adjust.
Demekaya is one of them,
okay.
Surely.
Yeah, was battling with, that was for 13th spot on the road. So Nevio Fischer leads after lap number 11. Dennis Thum very much with him, and they've gapped everybody else behind by about 1.1 seconds. So Leandro Fischer rounds out the top 3, Zeno Falker 4th, Jori Schön's 5th, Maximilian Kupper now in 6th, ahead of Tom Muller, Luca Thiel, Louis Oliver Günther, and Ben Kaminski rounding out the top 10, and is the highest placed Clubsport driver in this category.
Ja, macht er sehr gut, Ben Kaminski hier in diesem Rennen. Leider wieder 2 weitere Ausfälle. Es waren genau Demekaya und Lang, die beiden Piloten. Vorne Nevio Fischer, vor Dennis Thum. Für Dennis Thum würde dieser 2. Rang auch noch reichen, um den Vizetitel nach Hause zu bringen. Nevio Fischer, für ihn wäre es der 3. Saisonerfolg. Aktuell nach 2 Siegen in Wackersdorf und Genk. Also hier ist noch alles möglich in der Meisterschaft, außer eben der Titel. Der geht an einen, ganz einfach an Hannes Überfeld, der von außen sich dieses Rennen entspannt anschauen darf, zusehen kann, wie die anderen für ihn den Titel nach Hause fahren. Gratulation nochmal an Hannes Überfeld. Es sind noch genau 3 Minuten, die letzten 3 Minuten des Jahres 2024. Die Rotax Max Challenge Germany verabschiedet sich mit einem spannenden Rennen aus dem Jahr. Und wir freuen uns jetzt schon auf 2025. Jetzt heißt erstmal noch, diese letzten Minuten zu Ende zu bringen. Mit dem Spitzenreiter, mit Nevio Fischer gegen Dennis Thum in der 2. Position. Dann der 3. Kraftmotorsportfahrer auf Rang 3. Und zwar dies dann Leandro Fischer, zweimal Larea GT1 mit Falke und Schöns. Ja. Tom Muller folgt dahinter. Es geht jetzt erstmal Falke vorbei an Leandro Fischer an der 3. Position.
Leandro Fischer's just been overtaken by Zeno Falker. Leandro's not going to let that slide. Back up the inside he goes. And the very next right-hander. Great little exchange between those 2 opponents. And Jori Schön's now is waiting in the wings. Tom Muller is catching them hand over fist. So there is going to be at least a quartet, maybe even a quintet of drivers. That basically is English for five in another way of summing it up, but there could be a five-way scrap for the final step on the rostrum. The event win is down to the final as Jori Schoens is going to throw it up the inside now. Up the inside through he goes on Zino Falke. Tom Muller just did the pair of them through the same corner. Exciting racing. Tom Muller finally gets a little bit of an opportunity. He did the pair of them at the same corner. So Muller passed Schoens and Falke whilst they were squabbling. So Schoens threw it up the inside of Falke. Muller went, right, watch this, got through. And now with a minute to go, Nevio Fischer has got, let's see, comes across the line, 3 laps to go. 3 laps remaining until the end of the RMC Germany season for 2024 here at Arena E in Mülsen in Eastern Germany.
Luca Thiel hat vor sich Zino Falke und Tom Muller. Es geht um die Vizemeisterschaft, denn im Moment ist es Nevio Fischer auf 1 und dadurch würde Dennis Thum nur die Punkte für Platz 2 mitnehmen. Wir haben auch noch Juri Schoens da mittendrin, der bekommt aber keine Punkte, nimmt keine Punkte weg. Das heißt, Thiel kämpft jetzt gegen Muller und gegen Falke um die Vizemeisterschaft gegen Dennis Thum. Er muss es lösen, irgendwie muss er es lösen, auf den letzten Metern. Er muss da irgendwie vorbei an den beiden davor fahrenden Piloten, um hier die Vizetitel nach Hause zu bringen. Die letzten 2 Runden brechen jetzt an. Dennis Thum versucht es nochmal. Erstmal geht jetzt Falke vorbei an Tom Muller. Da geht dann auch Luca Thiel mit rein, aber ohne Erfolg. Muss sich wieder hinten anstellen. Falke zurück auf Rang 4. Auf Rang 5 ist es dann Tom Muller. 6. Luca Thiel, 7. Juri Schoens, auf 8 im Moment ist es Maximilian Kruppa, Luis Oliver Günther und Ben Kaminski auf 9 und 10. Das die aktuelle Reihenfolge. Vorne an der Spitze hat sich soweit nichts verändert. Zweimal Fischer, einmal Thum und zwar Nevio vor Dennis Thum und Leandro auf 3. Und dann eben dieses Paket, wo sich vielleicht auch noch die Vizemeisterschaft entscheiden wird.
So, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, for one final time, 1.315 kilometers of the racing season to conclude a 5-month adventure around Germany and also a trip quickly across the border to eastern Belgium. Nevio Fischer still leading the way after what is now 17.5 laps. He leads ahead of Dennis Thum. His brother Leandro Fischer rounding out the top 3. Zino Falke 4th. Tom Muller now is Tom Muller back up into 4th? Yes, he is. So there has been a change a little bit further back, but 2 more corners remain. It's been a welcome way to end the season, to go into the winter break. There's going to be the night race at Belleben in 4 weeks' time. But out of the final corner, picking up the final win of the 2024 season. Gratulation, der Nummer 336 von Kraft Motorsport. Herzlichen Glückwunsch, Nevio Fischer. Dennis Thum takes 2nd, and it's a brotherly podium as well. Leandro hits P3. What an end to a fantastic championship season.
Was für ein Finale hier in Mülsen, das wir erleben durften. Nicht nur in der Seniorklasse, nein, auch in allen anderen Klassen, während die Letzten hier über den Zielstrich kommen. Wir haben ein packendes Finale erleben dürfen. Wir haben viel, viel Spaß gehabt. Viele Entscheidungen sind erst in den letzten Runden dieses Finales gefallen. Bei den Senioren stand fest, Hannes Überfeld gewinnt die Meisterschaft. Und dann folgt mit 10 Punkten Rückstand Dennis Thum als Tabellenzweiter. Luca Thiel wird Dritter in der Meisterschaft. 2 Punkte, einen Punkt weniger als Dennis Thum. So eng geht es dann am Ende zu in der RMC Germany. Es folgt der dreifache Saisonsieger Nevio Fischer in der Meisterschaft. 688 Punkte für Kraft Motorsport, Platz 4. Und Leandro Fischer wird am Ende wohl 5. Wir rechnen das natürlich alles noch genau aus, aber die ersten 3, die stehen auf jeden Fall fest mit Hannes Überfeld, mit Dennis Thum und Luca Thiel. Gratulation, einen spannenderen Kampf in der Meisterschaft hätten wir uns kaum wünschen können. Boah, was ein Jahr 2024. Ich glaube, wir hatten in allen Momenten des Jahres viel Spaß an der Serie, viel Spaß und viel Action auf der Strecke gehabt. Die Piloten hatten viel zu tun und haben uns viel geboten.
Also, we've got a few thank yous to say. Firstly, our colleague in arms, Timo Deck from motorsportxl.de, our man doing the press and communications officially for the championship. Big thank you to him and congratulations, 20 years covering this championship and hopefully a few more along the way. A big thank you to